Chapter 10 The Armour of Lord Vile. Billy Ray Sanguine didn't like the infected. He looked at them as he passed, looked at their blank faces and dull eyes. Half of them dug, half of them cleared rocks, and they never took a break. Dusk's command over them was absolute. Sanguine left them to it. As he walked, he felt the knife in his belt. It was big and heavy and awkward. He much preferred his cutthroat razor, but that girl had taken it from him. He was looking forward to seeing her again. The caves were big, and the lights they had rigged up barely made a dent in the darkness, through which Baron Vengeance now strode. "The infected have cleared the chambers to the east," Sanguine told him. "The armor ain't there. I've searched the caves to the west, didn't find anything. Turned through a couple of collapsed passageways to the north, still nothing. Looks like the armor, if it's here at all, is in one of the chambers to the south."
"It's here,"
Vengeance said with confidence.
"Lord Vile died in these caves, I know it. What of my garments?"
In order to don the armor, Vengeance would need special garments to protect him from the necromancer power within. It had been Sanguine's job to obtain these garments. "They'll be ready by nightfall," Sanguine said, "as promised."
"They had better be."
Sanguine looked at him but said nothing. The Baron was not a man to be trifled with, especially at a time like this. Someone else Sanguine didn't like was Dusk. He didn't like vampires as a rule, but he really disliked Dusk, especially the way he could sneak up without making a sound. Vengeance was the only person Sanguine had ever met who could hear Dusk approaching, which was why, when Dusk spoke from right beside Sanguine, Sanguine jumped, and Vengeance remained perfectly still.
"Baron,"
Dusk said,
"we have found it."
Vengeance's eyes glittered in the lamplight. They followed Dusk deeper into the cave system. Water trickled down rock walls, made the ground slippery. They walked towards a pack of the infected, who stood back to let Baron Vengeance pass into this newly discovered chamber. Sanguine made his way to the front and stood beside Dusk. The lamps cast long shadows on the uneven walls. In the centre of the chamber was a large circular stone table, and on that table lay the armour. It was dull, black and plain, without etchings or imprints. To Baron Vengeance, it must have been the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Lord Vile's armour.